Hi Leos, I'm Ellie Rose for Psychic Future. This is your horoscope for the 9th to the 15th of March. So this week we have got two things happening. We have got a really nice full moon in Virgo, and we've got the end of Mercury retrograde. So this is a really good week actually. A lot of you are going to be having a big sigh of relief that Mercury retrograde is over. Mercury retrograde has been kind of shaking up things in terms of making us a little bit unorganised, making us have like miscommunications with other people, making us have our kind of thoughts where we're like, oh, you know, why am I getting crazy in my head? I'm overanalyzing things, or I'm overthinking, or having a lot of negative thoughts going on. So now that this is over, this is going to coincide with this full moon in Virgo. So full moon in Virgo, obviously Virgo is ruled by Mercury. End of Mercury retrograde, that means that we have got a lot of Mercury energy this week. This is a great time for you to do some writing, singing, poetry, to kind of get creative in your speech with others, take up an acting class. Just doing something that is to do with speech or writing is very helpful for you this week. Journaling will be really good. If you've got a lot of kind of feeling stuck from the past few weeks because of Mercury retrograde making everybody a little bit crazy, writing it out will be so good for you this week, particularly because it's a full moon. It's a great time for doing a ritual for letting stuff go. So anything that you've learned over Mercury retrograde, it's time to let it go because full moon. So writing it down, and then you know, in your journal, or you can do like a little kind of spell. You can write it down and throw it into some water, flush it down the toilet. You can bury it in your garden. Anything that you want to do, kind of like witchy stuff, that is a really good time to do it right now, especially if it's linked to writing or speaking. So yeah, like just kind of getting off any of that frustration that Mercury retrograde has brought for you. Get that off your chest this week, because the full moon is here to kind of almost put a close to that Mercury retrograde energy, and to allow you to move on with these lessons, or you know, this information, or this kind of way of being that is going to help you to go on from here. So if you have had like a tough Mercury retrograde, some of the things that might have come up would be like miscommunications with others, you know, overthinking like we said before, not feeling very organised. So now going forwards, you're going to feel a little bit more in control. So this week in particular, make sure that you are kind of like setting your plans a little bit better. You're looking at your schedule, because the last few days of Mercury retrograde can be a little bit unorganised, just to kind of show you like, hey, make sure that you've got your schedule done, make sure you're doing your routine, make sure that you're communicating clearly with other people, make sure that you are not getting too offended by what other people say. So these things will come up just to kind of like have a last hurrah for Mercury retrograde. So if anything frustrates you, again, give it to the full moon, write it down, and just let it go with this energy. So that is all, guys. Happy full moon. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.